From the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminat, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminat, produced by Barry Laminat, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminat, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty dickheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Fuck. Today is Monday. I'm cold as shit. Fuck. Oh my God. Welcome to the show. It is 2025 episode cold. Oh my God. So cold. Damn, it's cold. Holy shit, cold. Oh my God. Cold, so cold. Oh, I've been just prepping. Just a prepping. Holy shit. Everything's fucked up around this house. It's so goddamn cold. Hope everybody's good. It's been a day, folks. It's been a day. This is why you don't wait till the last minute to get shit done, ladies and gentlemen. I know that shocks you. I know you're stunned that your boy waited until the very last minute to do something. Shocker. Yes, he did. But, boy, it's been a morning trying to get shit ready for tonight. But I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're warm. I mean, literally, my hands are just freezing. The computer is freezing up. I don't think it has anything to do with the cold. I think it's just getting old. It's 4 going on 5 years old. Yeah, I don't know. It's giving me problems. It's giving me fits. So yeah, we'll see if it makes it, much longer. Hopefully it lasts until episode 1000. That's the hope. That's the goal. Is that this raggedy son of a bitch makes it to episode 1000. I don't know if it will. It's not acting like it, but that's the hope. So, but welcome in. Hope you're good. Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Went and hung out with my stepmom and my half-sister. Spent Christmas with them. Yeah, I know it's January 19th. That was yesterday. I don't give a shit. Yeah, we didn't get to hang out over Christmas, and then my stepmom had hand surgery and all this other stuff. But yes, I still go see my stepmother and my half-sister, even though my dad has passed away. It was a promise I made to my dad on his deathbed, and I'm keeping it. I said I would take care of his girls. I said I would still go see them, and they were family, they're family. So, yeah, it was cool though. It was good to see them. It was good to hang out. And I love them. So, it's, I mean, bro, they were in my life for, God, since I was 7, 8 years old. So it's hard to just not be family just because the one thing that tied you in together is no longer here, the one person. So, went over there, helped my stepmom because, she don't have anybody anymore, so helped her kind of get winter ready. Hung out, had a good time, and here we are, ready to go. Now I'm getting my house ready to go. I realized something, ladies and gentlemen. I realized that even though I'm the yard guy around here, my wife has made it infinitely more difficult when something like this happens. When something like this cold shows up, my wife has made it infinitely more difficult. And the reason is, I'm the yard guy. And we have plants and stuff and things, and a lot of them are pretty low maintenance. We have a lot of foxtail ferns. We have some bottle brush, which need to be taken care of, but whatever. They're not that expensive. If they die, they die. You know? My wife has this infatuation with cactuses. I don't know if you know this, but those are not winter hardy. And we have a lot of them. And so I have spent a ton of time and energy and other things trying to cover these goddamn cactuses. And do you know how hard it is? Do you understand how hard it is to cover a cactus to get it winter ready or freeze ready? It is not easy. Do you hear me? Fucking not easy. They do not cooperate. It's not like covering a little bush. And then you got 1,000 of them? Oh my God. She's made it very, very difficult on me. So, yes, it's been quite the adventure getting this house winter ready outside. So, it sucks. I see you, Tyler. We're going to talk about my picks and all the NFL, I promise. We're going to get to it. But get ready, folks, because winter is coming. It's kind of like, what was that show? Where the King of the North and all that? Winter is coming? Was it Game of Thrones? Yes, this is where we're living in. Game of Thrones. I'm Hodor. Just FYI. I'm Hodor. So, don't they just grow back in a year if they freeze? Kind of. But hers are like really big, and the cactuses, they're big and voluptuous. Again, the cactuses, folks. Don't get gross. It's my wife. I will ban you. Yeah, and so she doesn't want to have to start over and everything. So it's a goddamn nightmare. It sucks. I hate it. So I'm out there trying to come up with some things, and we have this. You want to hear something trippy, folks? You want to hear something crazy? This is really weird. So Saturday we were kind of prepping for this. I was out there cutting up some wood, making some stakes to put around the cactuses so that we could get it all wrapped and everything in preparation, right? And we have this one agave that her dad gave her before he passed away. And so it's been kind of this, I don't know, representation of her dad. And if we put it by the driveway, you see it every day when she sees it every day when she comes home. It's this agave has had pups, and we've given pups back to her siblings and family. And it's just kind of this agave has kind of just become a representation of her dad for her and her family. And so it's kind of been my duty to keep this thing alive. And they're hardy, and they're good. And eventually, it's not going to last forever. Those things eventually, I don't go to seed, but they will eventually have an end of life. But, so this is pretty trippy. A lot of people believe when someone passes away, like if a cardinal comes and visits you, that's that person, right? Steven said, wait, plants have puppies. No, pups, not puppies, pups, idiot. God damn it, Steven. Stick to weather, you dumbass. So, Nora, instead of cardinals, for some reason, we have this, it kind of just became a thing where after her dad passed, we were outside, and she had always, her and her older sister kind of had this thing about butterflies. They would be in the yard when they were kids. Her dad would be out there, and they would be out. They would see a butterfly, and it was just this thing between those two and her dad. And so after her dad passed, she would be outside. We'd be outside a lot, and we would see a butterfly, and she would kind of get this feeling of her dad. And so it kind of became a symbol of her dad. And so when she would see a butterfly, she kind of always felt her dad. And that kind of became a thing where she always felt like her dad was visiting her, and she would see a butterfly. And we don't see them often, but every once in a while. And what was weird is we usually see one when we were outside talking about him. It's just strange, right? This is trippy. So we're outside in the yard Saturday, and we're doing shit, and we're getting the cactuses. I'm cutting up these, some 1x2 and building some stakes, and I'm putting them all around there. And Nora goes inside to do some shit, and I was like, "We'll go inside. I'm gonna cut some steaks up for your dad's agave." So she goes inside. And I was just like, I just said this out loud, right? So I had cut up some steaks, and I hammered the last one in because made them kind of tall and everything, and I hammered the last one in, and I just said out loud, I was moving this steak. I said out loud, I said, "Don't worry, Dad, we're not gonna let your agave die." And I had put these sawhorses around it because I was gonna put some plywood over it because of the snow and everything. Once it gets cold and freezes, it's going to collapse on it. So I had, as I was walking off, I just kind of said out loud, "Don't worry, Dad, we're not going to let your agave die." Shit you not. As I turned around, the steak that I had just hammered in, I turned around, there's a goddamn butterfly sitting on it. Shit you not. I turn around, I see it, and it flies off immediately and just disappears past the tree line. Gone. I'm getting the chills just talking about it. I don't know where the fuck that butterfly came from. I never saw it land. It had to have appeared out of nowhere in 2.5 seconds because I literally hammered that steak in, picked up a sawhorse, turned around, and walked off. And then turned back around, and there's a goddamn butterfly there, which is a symbol of her dad. And he's standing by the agave, which is a symbol of her dad. I'm talking to him. I was just like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm still getting chills. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. And I came out and told Nora, and of course she started tearing up. I was like, "No, it's don't be sad." She was like, "I'm not. It's really cool." It was fucking wild. It was wild. So yeah. And then I was like, "Oh God, I hope this thing doesn't die." I'm really gonna be in trouble if this fucking thing dies if I did this wrong. Oh boy. Oh shit. So hope I wouldn't fuck this up. But that was really like a trippy and cool moment. So that was kind of weird, but get ready, folks. It's cold as shit. The snow cometh. Stephen Weather Guy's here, I guess, it's not when a caterpillar, Tony. Yeah, a caterpillar just shit out a butterfly in 2.5 seconds. Dumbass. Oh shit, that's the wrong thing again. I didn't fix it. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to launch that. I gotta force close that real quick. So we got a busy show today. Lots to get to. Tons of football. Tons of football. We got to talk NFL. We now have our conference championships set. And I don't want to brag, but I almost went 0 for 4 in my picks. I mean, it's a gift. It's a gift. You know? It's a gift. I got one right. Yep. One right. And if Mark Andrews wasn't fucking Butterfingers, I might not have got that right. Jesus Christ. That is what? So we'll go over that. We got college football national championships tonight. We'll talk about that. Jenny, his mom's going to join us on the program, as she always does every single week at 3:15. Yeah, and I've got some videos for you that we didn't get to last week, so some more video goodness for you that I've been hanging on to. So good times ahead. including one or a story that I didn't get to involving Drake that I want to get to. But I want to get to something first that I didn't do last week on Thursday that I fucked up. And I get busy and I forget shit. This is why I need a producer. This is exactly why radio shows have producers. Back when Joel and I did the radio show on ESPN, this is exactly the role that Nick played. Last week, I did not get to this, and it was a big fail on my part. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you to Donna and PP Dubs and Sylvia and Cece for their Thankful Thursdays last week. That was very kind of you. And I fucked up. And I didn't say thank you last week. I should have, and I missed it, and I'm sorry. And let me read you these because they're funny as shit. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. So Donna said, happy Thankful Thursday. And she sent me the thank you hands. So Donna, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you as always. Very kind of you. PP Dubs said, PP Dubs said, PP Dubs said, happy Thankful Thursday from the people who have more than one team. Go fuck yourself, Dubs. You wishy-washy, mealy-mouth flipper-flopper. Sylvia, happy Thankful Thursday. She said, happy BOD Thankful Thursday. Sylvia, thank you, sweetie. And then Cece sent in a $5 Thankful Thursday and said, cheers for 2 teams. 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. God damn it, Cece. And then she sent in another $1 Thankful Thursday. She said, JK, I don't, but I support those who do. Love you, CC. Y'all are hilarious. Thanks a lot. Thanks for supporting the show and keeping it on the air. Much love to you. Also, Smoking Tree. Smoking Tree on YouTube. Why don't you, God. What? Oh, did you delete that already, Donna, or somebody? Because that's, Jesus Christ. What, did a 5-year-old type that? Fuck. I'm not even going to read it out loud or put it on the screen just because, Jesus Christ. But we're going to get to that too. So, Walt, why am I not getting any YouTube? Oh, Walt said, can you just put a jacket on a cactus? No, they do sell burlap that you can put on there, but no, you can't put a jacket on a cactus, Walt. They do have burlap though. Don't they just grow? Let me see. Eat the cactus. No, I'm not eating the cactus. I'm not doing that. Let me say hi to everybody. AJB, Donna, and Walt are on YouTube along with Rudy Rod. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. And some fucking weirdo who posted a bunch of curse words because he doesn't know how to talk about sports without acting like an ass face. So I'm not reading that. And he can go fuck himself if he can't come here and act like an adult. Nate said put a sheet on it. If it dies, it dies. Nope. Tell that to my wife. Twitch. Hey, what up, Jesus? Twitch, we've got Joe Pro, John Dorie, Steven the Weather Guy showed back up. Thank you. My sweet, sweet Donna. It's so good to see Joe Pro in early. Joe Pro, what the fuck are you going to do with this cold, baby? Oh my God. You got to go somewhere, man. Can't be living out there in the great outdoors in this bullshit. Cece's in early, which is awesome. FJ's here. Tyler's in. Donna said I didn't see the post. Yeah, I think Nightbot may have gotten it before it actually got showed. I saw it, but I think it got filtered. Thank God, because it's stupid. Let's see. Like, Tyler knows how to talk as an adult and brag and rub it in. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. This is how you come in and flex. Yeah, that's how you flex without acting like a fucking moron. And the other one, I'll show it to you. I'll show you what a fucking moron does. Alex said, Barry, jump on the cactus. Alex, jump on my butt and fight for air. Amos is in. Who else? Joe Pro, FJCC. Mark J, what up? Tony the Handsome. Who else? Oh, man, of Seattle. What up, pimpin'? Mimi is in. What up, memesters? Love you, girl. Good to see you. Nightbot's in, that raggedy bitch. Let's see. Let's see. Jared Taylor, what up, pimpin'? Nasty Nate. Hey, Seuss on YouTube. Terrence is here. What's up, homie? And who else? Looks like that's it. Tony the Handsome. And hey, on Twitches, thank you guys. Thank you to John Dorier. Thank you for resubscribing for 32 months, sir. Maybe. Thank you for resubscribing for 35 months, ma'am. Mark G, thank you for resubscribing for 29 months, sir. Joe Pro. Thank you for the 303 biddies. And CC, thank you for the 11 biddies. You're the best. All right. Caught up. Joe Pro will build an igloo. He might. Don't put it past him, sir. He will. But this is what a moron looks like. You ready? I'm going to show it just to show you what a fucking this is what you don't do. Look at this. Look at this dumbass. Only Sundance bitches cry about the refs. Somebody call the ambulance. Fucking pussies. 3P coming. I hope Josh Allen sticks his dick and balls in Patrick Mahomes' mouth now, you stupid fuck. Like, listen, let me tell you something about the referees and that game and everything else. Here's the problem with guys like this, like Smoking Tree. Here's the problem with dipshits like this. When it's his team, they cry meow meow. These guys, fans like this are the first ones to bitch and moan about the referees when it's not a problem. These are the ones that say referees are being paid. These fucking morons like this are the ones that have these outlandish takes about, the game is rigged. What people are saying or not, the ambulance bullshit. When you have guys like Troy Aikman on the broadcast saying this is a fucking problem, guess what, dipshit? It's a fucking problem. Yeah, it's a fucking problem. And if you don't see that, it's because, I don't know, maybe you're a fucking Chiefs fan and don't want to see it. Just like Patriots fans back in the day, which, I would venture to say here, Smoking Tree, I would venture to say you were one of the people who, like a lot of us, were like, God damn, this is disgusting how many breaks Tom Brady gets all the fucking time.
Very nice.
And I bet you did say that. And you know what? You would have been right.
Heck yeah.
You would have been right. Tom Brady got a lot of breaks. Just like Patrick Mahomes does now. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And props to Mahomes for taking advantage of it and gaming the system, as he should. But you know what? You got to fix it. You got to fix it. And what I don't understand, and this goes specifically to some of the rules, and maybe somebody can explain this to me. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. What does it say? Chappelle's monologue on SNL was great. Oh, I missed it. Maybe I missed it. Portnoy with Barstool was being very vocal about this game and the refs. Yeah. LOL. Say that after 4 beers, Donna. Tyler said, be a Chiefs fan with that energy. Oh, Lord. He's too far gone. Yeah. Yeah. Nasty Nate says someone who roots for a team with a flopping QB. Yeah. Thank you, Nate. Bro, I mean, that motherfucker James hardened his way out of bounds. Are you shitting me? I had no idea we combined football with football, and that motherfucker, he took that fucking commercial he's in serious. He football flopped out of bounds on one play. Get the fuck out of here. Look, you guys, if you've watched me do this show, if you've watched me on this show, you know good and damn well, I am not the guy who comes on and claims a foul when it comes to referees and rigged games. I'll tell you that. And I've said it many times. Listen, and especially in cases where they still have a chance to win, because if it comes down to, oh, that it was rigged because happened. And a lot of times in those cases, what you'll find out is the game is still tied and they had a chance to win, but they didn't, or the only time that it's really excusable, is if the call occurs or something occurs on a game deciding play, like the final play of a game. If it's like, let's just, an example would be if it's an egregious call, like a field goal, right? Let's say that a field goal goes over the goalpost and they say it was missed, but it obviously wasn't, right? But it was so high, instead of going through the crossbars, it was above it, and they obviously missed it, right? Or, I don't know, Mike Renfro, 1970. No catch in the back of the end zone against the Steelers, shit like that. Well, that wasn't the end of the game. They still had a chance to come back in that game, so that's probably not even a good point. But you understand what I'm saying. It has to be very egregious. But in a lot of cases, teams still have an opportunity to come back and win a game, make a shot. Yeah, holding call on the Eagles in Super Bowl 57. I mean, look, there are cases where one particular play at the end of a game decides the game. And if it's a blown call on that play, that one play where there are no other plays left, and that was a game deciding play, right? Whether it was a score or not score, then you have a legitimate argument in most cases. But there's also the rare occasion when you start extending drives that lead to points. So you're just going to have to deal with it when some shit like what went down on Saturday went down. All right. And we're going to get into it a lot more because Junia's mom's going to join me, but we will do a quick recap of all the scores. And then we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of all the games. Now, there's one game that I did not get to watch. All right. So I did not get to watch the Commanders-Chiefs game. I mean, the Commanders-Lions game. I did not get to watch that one. I did get to watch the others. So that we will discuss more. You know what I mean? Like I'll be able to discuss those more. But I'll have thoughts on Commanders Lions, but I was unable to watch that one. I did watch Texans Chiefs, obviously. I watched Rams Eagles, and I watched Ravens Bills. So I'll have thoughts on Commanders Lions and what went down and obviously how that ended. But yeah, I won't be able to break down the game like some of the others. However, that Chiefs game, that Texans Chiefs game, you can't tell me that there were certain calls that extended the drives that led to 10 points. Just a fact. That is just a fact. Just a fact. If those don't get extended, they don't get those 10 points. Does it mean they don't get 10 points somewhere else? Nope. Doesn't mean that. But those 10 points exist because those drives were extended. Now, look, Texans left 4 points on the board. Missed field goal, missed extra point. They were gifted 2 points by a safety, so really that should have been 12-13-10. So technically, if you take away the 10 points from the refs and the gifted 2 points from the safety, Texans still lose that game, folks. 13-12. So that's logic. That's logic. Okay? So it's a much closer game than it appears on the scoreboard, but the Texans still lose. But it is not 23-14. The Texans lose a close one, 13-12. That was the actual score of this game. It was much closer than most people think. A lot of people see that score 23-14. Nay, that was not the final score of this game. Final score of the game was actually 13-12. That was the score. But we can get into that and we'll break it down and we'll talk about it because, I mean, quite frankly, on the field, the Texans were the better team. You can say what you want. Texans were the better team. The problem is, if you look at this, something very glaring about this stands out. There's something very glaring about this. Look at all of these other offenses and how many points they put up. The Texans have a real problem. The Texans really have a problem and need to address their offensive line. Something everybody knows. They're going to have to address that O-line in the offseason because it is a real problem, preventing them from being able to move the ball, preventing them from being able to score. And again, they left 4 points out there, but, so it should have been 16 that they score. That's still not enough. It's a good Chiefs defense, but you get sacked as many times as CJ Stroud was when you're on the run as much as he was. It's you're not going to be effective and you don't deserve to advance and you're not going to. You're not going to advance. Edwin Tapia said, why not give the Chiefs defense credit, Mr. YouTuber? I think I just did. I think, Mr. YouTuber commenter, if you were just listening to the words that came out of my mouth, I just said the Texans still lose this game 13-12. Texans shot themselves in the foot. They missed a field goal and an extra point. But I also said, you can't be on the run like that. And I said, that's a good Chiefs defense. Did you not hear me say that? Did you not hear me say that? I said, that's a good Chiefs defense. In fact, I said it before the game started last week on this very show. I've been saying it all year. That Chiefs defense has been the best part of that team. And that's a fact. So there you go, Edwin. Are you happy now? Are you happy? I mean, I think we all know that that's the best part of that team is the defense. Until Travis Kelce decided to show up. Also, you can give a little credit to the Texans secondary on that one drive where they, instead of just trying to tackle Travis Kelce, they're trying to punch the ball out. What are you doing? That's not going to work. Just tackle the dude. You gave him 25 extra yards trying to punch the ball out. Just get him to the ground. Silly. Yeah, so smoking good. Rob said Nico was on the sidelines quite a bit. Did they say why? It looked like he was having either stamina issues or something. I don't know. I haven't seen why yet, but it looked like he was struggling with, he was laboring. I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if it was his, what's it called? Stamina, breathing. If he was just exhausted, needed an IV. I don't know what the fuck it was, but he kept coming out a lot. He was still effective, but it mattered. And, I mean, yeah, Donna said hats to the defense though. Texans defense. Yeah, hats off to the Texans defense. And look, I'll to Edwin's point again. Sure, I'll give the Chiefs defense credit. I will. I'll give them credit for taking advantage of maybe the worst offensive line in football. I'll give them credit for that. I'll definitely give them credit for that. I'll also give them credit for doubling Nico Collins, an exhausted Nico Collins, and making Robert Woods and Dalton Schultz and a cast of who beat you when there's no Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell. Yeah, I'll give them credit for that too. I don't know how much credit you want, Edwin, and I don't know how much credit they deserve, Edwin. This was a not 100% skill positioned Texans offense, first of all, and this is a shitty O-line. But yeah, Edwin, we'll give the Chiefs defense credit because it is a decently good defense. It's definitely carried that team. But if you think that this was an elite Texans offense or the offense that it was supposed to be, you're mistaken. You're definitely mistaken. And here comes Chiefs easy three-peat in the YouTube chat. Let me tell you something. The Chiefs, if the Chiefs three-peat, it'll definitely be easier because their NFC opponent will be easy. But if they play like they played against the Texans, they ain't beating the Bills, buddy. They ain't beating the Bills, Holmes. So, enjoy your win. Enjoy your win. And hey, the good news is Chiefs easy three-peat is that you know what I mean? It's a home game and the refs get to stay put too. And, they get another week, shacking up at the Mahomes house. So then they get that Mahomes home cooking. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's good. It's good. The refs don't even have to leave. They can still stay right there in the guest house in the Mahomes palatial estate. It's nice. It's great. So enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if the Chiefs play the Bills like they played against the Texans, they ain't beating the Bills, homie. They're not beating the Bills. If they play like they played most of the year, the way they played, if they play the Bills the way they played most, they ain't winning that game, fam. The Bills might be the best team left in the playoffs. Fact. Because I would have told you based on this list that the Lions probably were the best team left. And then maybe the Bills and Ravens, and then the Chiefs. And then the Lions get beat, and the Ravens are gone. The Bills might be, in fact, I'll say it, the Bills are the best team left. So, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Keith said, "Go Bills. Can we root for other teams now?" I'm not that bandwagon guy. I'll say this. Based off of what happened with this game and how Mahomes is gaming this system and how disgusted everybody is in football with what he's doing and the flopping on the sidelines and shit, I'll say this. I won't root for another team. I will definitely root against the Chiefs. Just like I used to root against the Patriots and Tom Brady and his bullshit on the field, Patrick Mahomes is basically no better. And I used to love Patrick Mahomes. I used to love that dude when he was young and coming up and winning and stuff. But now I'm sick of his bullshit. I'm sick of his antics. I'm sick of his tomfoolery on the field. It's gross. Bro, just play the game. Just stop trying to game the system. Just play ball. You and that old ass tight end of yours. Just play ball. Just play ball. Micah said, "Bro, Redskins are winning the championship. Watch. When we win." Oh, I didn't know you played. Micah, what do you play for them? Also, you said Redskins. That's super weird. How are you gonna say Redskins and we? It's Commanders. I don't even know what is happening right now. What the fuck is happening right now? You said we. You don't even know the goddamn team name. You're a 20-year fan and you don't even know the team name. Yeah, Keith said those calls are bullshit. They just want Taylor for another game in ratings. Oh, nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. If this is the great thing about Chiefs fans is, I promise you, every Chiefs fan that listens to my voice and thinks I'm crazy about the things I'm saying said the same things about the Patriots in the Tom Brady era. I promise you this. Promise you this. Promise you. Because it was true then, and it's true now. They just don't want to see it. But if you watch football without a bias, a fan bias, like I have done for the last, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years, it's pretty easy to see. Chiefs 3P said we might have Taylor Swift as our tight end. Bro, you might need her. Travis is old as fuck. Let's be honest. You might need her. I mean, for real. It might not be bad if you run her in at least for a couple of plays. That's some funny shit, Chiefs. That's some funny shit. Oh my God, that's hilarious, bro. Holy shit. Hey, by the way, for those of you that are new to the program, we simulcast on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're watching this and you're like, wait, where are some people coming from? Yeah, we do this on both Twitch and YouTube. So some of you are like, oh, this dude is, who's he talking to? There's only 8 people here. No. There's definitely more people on Twitch. That's where the majority of the people are on Twitch, but we do have a simulcast on YouTube as well. So there are people that chat on both. You can hang out on both. But yeah, this is Barry on Deck. We do this Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. So yeah. But bro, you ain't never lied, Tyler. Saquon Barkley. See, that's the scary thing is you've got Commanders, Eagles left. And I tell you what, one, it was shocking what happened to the Lions, but they shot themselves in the foot. You can't turn the ball over that much and expect to get to an AFC championship game. I don't give a shit how good you are. But when you've got a defense like Philly and a run game, God, that's a recipe for a deep playoff run. And don't get me wrong, Jaden Daniels is great. Jaden Daniels is fantastic. No rookie has ever won an AFC or a conference championship game, by the way. No rookie has ever won a conference championship game. Ever. Yes, Joe Pro, you can root against other teams. Correct. Yeah, Perry said the Commanders look pretty good. No, it's true, man. Pretty good. I don't know where the fuck that drop went, Perry. Son of a bitch. I lost that drop. That's a damn shame, too. That's a pretty good drop. Yeah, I'm about to freak some people out.
Wow, you're very nice.
I promise you a bunch of dudes right now just went, what the fuck is happening to my phone? Holy shit! Did I just absolutely accidentally open a porn browser? Holy shit. Oh my God, did I just accidentally open a porn website? Did I just hit a bookmark on accident? Oh my God, I've been saving that bitch forever. Joe Burrow said, what in the hillbilly shit is this? Bro, that's a Semenex commercial. When if you go to a porn website, When they make you wait like 7 seconds, which is the longest 7 seconds of your life, by the way, Joe Pro. Longest. Only real ones know that song. Only real ones recognize that instrumental. Some of y'all probably were like, what the fuck have I done? Shocked that I thought that was live sound from the inauguration. Mark said, what kind of porn are you watching if that's the background music? Oh, only real ones know that. Key said, Donna, I was wondering the same thing. What did Donna say? Where are these guys coming from? YouTube. Choke throats, kitty frauds. What the fuck? That's a hell of a name. That is a hell of a name. This is going to be an interesting NFC Conference Championship game. You've got a young Jaden Daniels. You've got a really good Washington defense. But you've got a Philly team that despite all of the weird off the field shit that has gone on in Philly, right? All of the, I don't know, the coach has just kind of been, people really haven't, it's just been weird in Philly. All the off the field shit has been weird. But the defense has played great. Saquon Barkley has played great. And when that is a recipe for success, especially in the playoffs. I think it's going to be a good game. But I think that, look, it's tough to say, it's tough to not give Washington a chance because they just went on the road and beat the best team in football, and they pretty much were the best team in football all year in Detroit. Now, Detroit shot themselves in the foot a lot, and you got to give some credit to the Commanders for doing that. I mean, one of Goff's early fumbles, first quarter, when it was 7-3, one of those fumbles was because of that defense getting pressure on him in the pocket. So, credit to the Washington defense. They're good. Now, also, the Lions defense was shit. They were probably down to third and fourth string guys. Now, that hadn't been an excuse all year. They still went 15-2. So you can't start using that as an excuse in the playoffs. But at the same time, once you get to the playoffs, you're not playing the Raiders. You're playing literally the best teams left. So it kind of does become more of an excuse. Yeah, Mark said 18 starters on IR overall. That's a lot. So while it's not an excuse, you kind of understand it. 18 players, not starters, whatever. There's a lot. It's a goddamn mash unit. Look. It's tough, man. I picked the Lions. I picked two road teams to win. I picked a wrong road team. I think the Commanders make this a close game going in, but I just don't see how Philly loses at home. Saquon just appears unstoppable at this point. He just does. Yeah, Old Man Seattle said Lions were running for big chunks in the first. And if the Lions, and again, I didn't watch the game. This was the one game that I didn't get to watch any of. I mean, none. So I don't know. But I'm looking at the box score. And Jahmyr Gibbs had 105 yards. Jameson Williams had 61. The Lions ran for 201 overall. David Montgomery had 28. If the Commanders are giving up 201 yards on the ground, and the Lions have a good rushing attack, and I want to see something here. What was their numbers during the year? And I'm going to share my screen with you guys so y'all can follow along. Toot. Because it becomes you start to wonder. Let's see, rushing yards. Washington. They gave up 137 yards per game on the ground, so they were bad against the run. Bad, but they were only giving up 23 a game, so they were kind of middle of the packish during the game. I mean, during this regular season. But Philly, look at that, 17.8 a game. That's going to be tough, man. I mean, hell, Detroit was 20 a game, though. But, so that becomes the problem, is if Saquon, if Detroit, who, Detroit was a really good rushing team. They ran for... They were what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth in the league in rushing per game. Philly was second behind Baltimore. Washington was third in rushing. But that's going to be a problem. If Washington's that bad at stopping the run, and that's what Philly loves to do, it becomes the same thing that I said about a couple of games ago. If you get down early, it becomes ball control. You can't stop that. So you can't get down or let Philly get a lead. But Jaden Daniels is an X factor, and it's wild to say that, but you just can't deny it at this point. It becomes a thing where you cannot deny that Jaden Daniels is an X factor. I guess Jenny's mom's not going to join us, by the way. Jaden Daniels is an absolute X factor who I keep sleeping on. I'll tell you that. Because more than anything, he's a rookie. And it's kind of like I was sleeping on CJ Stroud all last year. No way he does it again. No way. He's going to be a rookie at some point. No, he's not. Doesn't look like he is. That's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a really fun game. And that Chiefs Bills game, I think that if you're checking boxes, right? If you're checking boxes, one, I think the Chiefs have to be glad that Travis Kelce showed up. Rooting for Buffalo Philly Super Bowl. Want to see Bills Mafia and Philly fan on Bourbon Street. Oh my God. KB Holmes, that would be insane, wouldn't it? Good Lord. New Orleans ain't ready. Nasty Nate said Jaden won me a fantasy championship, so I'm rooting for him. Joe Bro said, holy hell, KB, just say you're an anarchist without saying you're an anarchist. Alec, what's up, man? God. Day 128 of 224. Good Lord, man. Perry said at times in the game, Commanders looked unstoppable on offense. That's scary, dude. That's scary. Shock said, what's up, Shock? Good to see you, buddy. Shock said the guys love Sirianni, and that's all that matters. Screw the media. But if you recall, Shock, and this is what I was saying about the earlier in the season, somebody asked Jalen Hurts about him and their relationship, and it was weird. His answer was like, it felt off. It wasn't like a ringing endorsement. And it was early on It was early on in the season. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Oh shit! Hold on. It was. I want to say it was after the Tampa loss. I want to say it was after the Tampa loss. They were 2-2. They were going into the bye week. And someone asked Hurts about the relationship with Sirianni. Let's see. Jalen Hurts on Sirianni. Man, it was, when was that? September? Let's see. Let's see. Eagles Jalen Hurts gives open-ended answer about discussing team with Nick Sirianni. We have our moments. And that was the moment when it was like, ooh, that's not good. And that was coming from him, not the media. And here was the question. As you enter the bye week and you want to find an identity, they're 2-2. They just lost to Tampa 33-16. Hurts had 158 yards passing. Barkley had 84 yards rushing. They had beaten Green Bay, lost to Atlanta, beaten New Orleans, lost to Tampa. They're 2-2, just lost 33-16 on the road. The question was, as you enter the bye week and you want to find an identity, do you two, Hurts and Sirianni, talk about maybe what you want the message to be to the team or how you kind of want to handle things as you guys go into the second part of the year? Hurts' answer, we have our moments. That wasn't a ringing endorsement. It wasn't like it was a very awkward, weird answer. Yeah, it was just weird. But then a few weeks later, comes out and he's like, it's hogwash. Y'all blew it out of proportion. Da 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 da. And since then, they lost one game. They lost to Washington. 36-33 on the road. That was their one loss. Now they beat them earlier at home, 26-18. So that's also interesting. They beat Washington at home and they've lost on the road. It's interesting. So I wouldn't say that it's totally the media's fault. Oh, lost to Washington without Hurts. Oh, yeah, it was Pickett. Oh, my bad. Yeah, okay. I see now. And it was close, too. 36-33. Barkley went for 150. Oh, the other game that they played, Barkley went for 146. So you're guaranteed 150 out of Barkley against Washington. Guaranteed. Hurts had 221 against them at home last time. Amos said, sounds like a nice way of saying next question. I mean, Spoon said, how's Houston today? It's snowing here in Kansas City. It's cold as fucking getting colder. I'll tell you that. It's not snowing yet, but we're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches. I was going to make a dick joke, but that's too easy. My wife's going to, okay, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, we're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of snow overnight and tomorrow. Yeah, right now it's 37 and cloudy. The low's only 29 tonight. What the fuck? It was supposed to get down to like 19. I'm out here scrambling. Oh, there we go. 22. Wednesday. Okay. I was about to be pissed if I did all that for nothing. Bring on the goddamn snow. 90% chance of snow on Tuesday, folks. 90%. Well, up here in spring at least. 90% chance of snow. Snow is inevitable. It might start snowing about 10 o'clock tonight. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Which means, by the way, go ahead, book it, clip it, mark it, put it down. We're going to get a terrible hurricane this season. Watch. Just mark it down. What does this say? Jalen was hurting after the game, too. Looked like an ankle injury or something. Yeah. And here's the thing. He'll have 1 week. Skiggity said, die, Eagles, die. Skiggity, not a big Eagles fan, huh? Hurts is also a weird cat. There are 50 other guys who'd run through a wall for him. Just trust me on this. Jalen doesn't buddy up to anyone. I believe you. I mean, if anybody's going to know that team, you are. So, Spoon, y'all, by the way, Spoon is our resident, despite all these morons, dipshits, and yahoos that are pumping in and out of their chat. Spoon is our resident Kansas City fan. Congratulations, Spoon. Congratulations on your team's victory. Wish I could say I was happy for you, but I'm not. Just congratulations. Fucking go Bills. No. But I think it's going to be these. Here's what's crazy. There are 4 teams left, and I honestly believe any of these 4 teams, it doesn't feel like any of these teams should just be an outright favorite. If anything, I feel like that Washington-Philly game, Philly should be more of the outright favorite. But then, like you guys said, you watch that Washington offense, that Washington defense has held up well, and you start to, man, I don't know, like, what is the opening line? Let's see. I want to say it was 4.5 early, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Early line 5.5. Oh, it opened at 6. Wow, that's a lot. It opened at Eagles were favored by 6, and that Bills line, or excuse me, Chiefs line, it opened. Chiefs were favored by 1. Now, here's the thing. Usually, home team gets 2.5. So that tells you something of what Vegas thinks of this matchup. This is a much closer matchup. This is tough. And actually, the ESPN matchup predictor has the Bills winning 54.6 to 45.4. Like I said, look, I don't want to sound like a bitter fan because I pride myself on honesty when I evaluate games. Always have. I don't come on here and talk about these games as a fan. I never have done that in my career, ever. And so I will say this with a straight face. Now, Chiefs fans are going to be like, oh, that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking stupid. Spoon probably won't. Well, he might. And that's fine if he does. He reserves the right to do that. But I say this with all sincerity, in all honesty, and with 100% conviction. The Texans were the better team on Saturday. I truly believe that the Texans were the better team on the field on Saturday. I think, did they make mistakes? Yeah. Did they not make some plays? Yes. But I think when you look at it, when you watch the game, even early, I mean, you had an opening gift of 3 points because of a special teams blunder. I mean, how often does that happen, right? So you had this boneheaded blunder on special teams where the defense basically puts some sand in its shorts, holds up, but you gift the Chiefs 3 points. Then the offense comes out and gifts the fucking ball back right away. It's like, oh, fuck. And then the defense comes out and does its job again and gets another stop. But that's when this phantom fucking roughing the passer call occurs. He hits him in the shoulder. We've all seen it. Will Anderson, he makes the comment, we knew it was us against the refs. We knew that. And players don't say that all the time, just FYI. Players of all people don't say that. Unless it's real. Unless they truly believe it. So they get the 3 points from just weird bullshit on special teams. The helmet throw and all that bullshit, and just so they're gifted that field goal. And then they're gifted a second field goal. So they're up 6-0 early, but the defense is actually playing lights out because the Chiefs can't score. Other than these 2 gifted field goals, their offense can't do shit. So the Texans defense is definitely outplaying the Chiefs offense. The Texans defense is better than the Chiefs offense through whatever, the first quarter or whatever the fuck it was. They're outplaying them. Hence only 6 points through the first quarter. The problem is that the Texans offense was sputtering and couldn't do shit. But when you look at the numbers even, CJ Stroud had 245 yards passing. And then you go, no, he didn't. He had 187. No, he had 245. He was sacked 8 times for 85 yards. And you go, well, that's the Chiefs defense. Okay. Is it? Or is it the Texans' terrible offensive line? I mean, even with mediocre offensive line play, he's maybe only sacked 4 times. Or 3. I mean, 8 is just fucking awful. This is what is probably normal and average in the NFL. 3 sacks for 15 yards. That's good. 8 for 58 is fucking atrocious. No defense is that good. No defense is that good. You've got the best 1-2 duo in football on the Texans in Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. They went 3 for 15, that defense. Fucking 8 for 58. I'm sorry. The Chiefs defense is not that good. the Texans' offensive line is that bad. They've still got 149 yards rushing. Nico Collins somehow, with all of his, I don't know why he was on the sidelines as much as he was, he gets 81 yards. But the passing game is unable to convert any sort of touchdowns. You have the one touchdown from Joe Mixon to open the half. You missed the extra point. But they also get a drive extended in which they then get a touchdown on. And the defense should have gotten off the field on that. You miss a field goal. I mean, you held the Chiefs rushing game to 50 yards. Now you can add 20 to that for this right here. This minus 18 for the safety, the minus, but still, I mean, essentially that was what? So you could add 68 yards rushing. That's really good. That's really good. Kareem Hunt had 44. Especially when you have Mahomes only throwing for 177 in a playoff game. The Texans defense did their job. Texans offense fared well, 245. If I would have told you CJ Stroud would have went 19 of 28 for 245 yards, you'd have taken that. No touchdowns, no interceptions, not so great. It's the sacked 8 times for 58 yards. If I'd have told you Joe Mixon would have had 18 carries for 88 yards and the entire rushing attack would have had 150 yards, you'd have been like, oh, man, they probably beat the Chiefs, huh? Nope. Defense holds Patrick Mahomes to 177 yards and a touchdown. Oh. What did the rushing game do for the Chiefs? 50 yards or 68 yards. They win this game, right? Nope. I mean, they outplayed them on the field overall. That's what sucks. And that I say all that to also say, if you watch that Baltimore Bills game, if you watched that, I don't know why my chat's frozen, by the way. My chat is frozen. Let's see here. It's been doing this, and I don't know why. And I was wondering, like, why is nobody replying to what I'm saying? And it's because the fucking chat is frozen again. Let me close it and reopen it here. Just been sitting there talking, waiting for chat to say something. But if you watch that Baltimore Ravens Buffalo Bills game, and I said all of that about that Texans Chiefs game to say this: if the Chiefs play like they did against if they play the Bills like they did the Texans, they're not beating the Bills. Period. Joe Pro said, chat froze. This chatter is fucking froze. Honestly, there's no way. They're going to have to play way better. There's no way. I mean, Mahomes can't throw for 177 yards. And they can't have 68 yards rushing and beat the Bills. Ain't no way. So, and I promise you, they ain't getting 68. They're not getting 8 sacks for 58 yards against the Bills either. I don't know what, how many did they have against, let's see, how many did they give up? Let's see, Chrome resize, box score. Josh Allen was sacked 1 time for 1 yard. It was probably the kneel down. That ain't it. What the shit is this? What the shit is this? Now, I'm not saying that the Chiefs can't get to him. Chris Jones is a man. He had 147 yards rushing, 127 yards passing, but it was cold as fuck. Lamar Jackson had 254 yards. And I feel bad for Lamar Jackson, by the way. Somebody wrote it. But the narrative will be, oh, there's Lamar Jackson. Can't win in the playoffs. Look at that. Bro. The Ravens not winning is not Lamar Jackson's fault. It's Mark Andrews' fault. It's Derrick Henry's fault. How's it Derrick Henry's fault? He had 16 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown, and he dropped a fucking wide open score. He was wide fucking open. He would have scored easily. Dropped a touchdown pass. Got to make those plays. I mean, they left 6, 7, 9 points on the field right there. Can't do that. Can't do it. But the talk has been that the Bills defense is not great. That's been the talk. The Bills defense was good enough to beat one of, if not the best offenses in football right now. And Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Spoon, I hate you. And another blocked kick. Well, we'll blame that one on the weather. Look, it's really tough for me to pick against the Bills at this point. I think you're looking at, and by the way, I saw Perry say, fuck it, book it, Dano. He picked he picked Washington. He's picking the Commanders. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, if I had to pick right now, and I'm not no researcher or no thinking about it, just gut instinct based off of what I've seen and everything else, just picking right now, I'm probably going Philly, Buffalo. Without any thought or research. Philly, Buffalo. That would be my first choice. I was kind of stunned at really that the Ravens losing. I mean, there's no guarantee they would have won in overtime. Hell, there's no guarantee they would have stopped the Bills. Let's be honest. Even if he catches it, there's no guarantee. Uriel, what's up, pimpin'? Uriel said, late, but I'm still here keeping the streak alive. Late, but the streak is alive here and YouTube. You go, boy. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Perry said Bills Commanders. Yeah, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like it's the Bills' time. And three-peating is so hard, man. And that's not a knock against the Chiefs. It's fucking hard. It's hard to repeat, much less three-peat. So it's not like I'm like, oh, the Chiefs suck. Oh, fuck no. It's hard just to get to a AFC title game. It's hard to make the playoffs. I mean, what they're doing is equivalent to what the Houston Astros have done. Like Joe Pro. Exactly. You know what I mean? When the Chiefs first started winning, when Patrick Mahomes burst on the scene, I loved it. I loved Mahomes and a little trickeration, and I'm a big Andy Reid fan, but it was fun to watch Mahomes kind of running around and being goofy and no look passes and sideways and this and that. And now where we're at is he's out there, and I forget who, somebody sent me the video, and I'm going to download it. I want you to see this because I didn't even realize it until they said it. But where we're at now is we're at this point with Mahomes where he's out there flopping out of bounds. He's out there fucking, I don't know. It's just, he's so easy to hate now if you're not a Chiefs fan. And then you add his brother in the mix and his wife, which isn't cool, but it's unavoidable. And then now you add the whole Taylor Swift bullshit. And I'm a Swiftie. I love Taylor Swift and her music. But it's just this overexposure of hype now. Travis Kelce has code switched. He used to have a fucking, I don't know. He is 100% code switched. I don't know what happened to Travis Kelce. But the Chiefs have just become the most fucking unlikable people, an organization and football team in football. And quite frankly, outside of Spoon and a few others, their fans are quickly getting there. Just check the chat. And by the way, Chiefs fans, if you've ever wondered how the fuck Cowboy fan got so hated, you're pulling it off. You're pulling it off. You show up to a YouTube chat and call everybody pussies and go, wah, wah. That's how you become a fucking hated fan base, and people look at you in disgust and think you're a bunch of fucking idiots. Instead of just being like, oh man, I get it. Or, winning with some fucking grace. Or have a little bit of goddamn humility because you don't play the fucking game. So why are you acting like you do? You have zero fucking effect on them winning or losing, but yet you hop into a fucking YouTube chat and act like you fucking had the game-winning block that sprung Travis Kelce. Like, learn how to be a fucking fan. Like, enjoy the wins, but goddamn. Some of y'all act like fucking morons. And this is how you end up people fucking hating you and your team. Just be cool. Just be cool. It's a fucking football game. Swift has a new apprentice, Caitlin Clark. I saw that. I was like, what the fuck is she doing there? This is like the oversaturation bowl. CC. You know what's crazy, CC? I don't hate Cowboy fans anymore. I don't. I used to, but I don't. CC said, I don't care if you hate me. I lie. I care. Kelsey went from, what up, fellas? Call me T to, hey, pals, it's Travis, not T. Exactly. Code switching ass. Exactly, bro. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, the Chiefs, it's just like, I don't know. It's out of control. It's just like this snowball of hate. It's just slow. I blame Jackson Mahomes. He started it. He started it. It all started with Jackson Mahomes. I really feel like if it hadn't have been for him, none of this would have happened. Truly. I think he's the reason that all of this got out of control. Spoon said the QB scrambling thing is like Hack-a-Shack. No. No, sir. Not at all. Absolutely not. Tyler said it's a weird ego thing. It pumps up their ego to win and they can't look at the game objectively. You talking about their fans or the players? Tyler. Joe Bro. Tough Titty said to Kitty, but the milk keeps coming, CC. Don't forget Andy Reid used his power to sway a judge after his son put a girl in a coma. I forgot about that. Damn. Tyler said like the fan on YouTube earlier. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you like? You know what? If the Texans ever won a Super Bowl, like Astros, and for the record, go back and find, I born and raised in Houston, Texas, lifelong Astros fan. You will find shows if you're not a regular here on Barry on Deck, and maybe you're watching this, or maybe you're you're one of the assholes that hopped in this chat earlier and now you just kind of shut the fuck up and are playing the back. I promise you, trust and believe, I have said the exact same thing I'm saying about Chiefs fans. I have made this same fucking spiel about Astros fans. Chat can back this up. No one in this city hates Astro fan more than me. And I'm a goddamn Astros fan. They became fucking disgusting. They're just awful. I can't fucking stand Astros Twitter. I can't stand Astros fans. Just fuck them. They're, God. So, yeah, trust me. This is not, this is Barry, you're a hypocrite. No. Learn how to win as a fan base. Learn how to win. Spoon said 100%. It's using something to your advantage. Hack-a-Shack, Oregon with too many players on the field. Anything the Patriots did. No. Okay, but here's the problem, right? So Hack-a-Shack was using something in the rule book, right? What this is doing is you're getting players suspended and you're going to get somebody hurt. Hack-a-Shack never got anybody hurt. There's a big fucking difference, right? The too many players on the field, that's not getting anybody hurt. What Mahomes is doing by dancing around and then going down and players are colliding, or when Trevor Lawrence slides at the last possible fucking second and then just gets fucking knocked the fuck out. And then everyone's like, oh, that guy, Aziz Al-Shaair, he's a goddamn murderer. No, these quarterbacks are gaming the fucking system. Oh, well, they're just, using a rule. Well, you know what? Fuck them. If they die, they die. Don't throw the fucking flag then. How about get rid of the goddamn rule? Fuck CTE. Fuck these head injuries. You can't do that, though. That's the point. This is not the same. The Hack-a-Shack ain't going to get anybody fucking killed. It's like, that's the problem, is these rules are in place. These particular rules that he is taking advantage of are in place for player safety. This isn't like a toe tap on the sidelines for inbounds, out of bounds, or this isn't like a false start, like taking advantage of it. Here's a good example of taking an advantage of a rule to your advantage. And they pointed it out on the sidelines. Texans needed a deep ball. They needed to take a shot at the end zone. Chiefs jumped off sides, and instead of Laramie Tunsil staying in his stance so they could have a free play, Laramie Tunsil moved so that they could draw the 5 yards. Troy Aikman says, well, if Laramie Tunsil just sits in his stance, they get a free play. They could have just thrown a bomb, and if it's intercepted or incomplete, they get the 5 yards anyways. But Laramie Tunsil jumps so that they draw the penalty. That would have been gaming the system. Stay still, take the bomb. You've used that rule to your advantage. But what Mahomes is doing is literally gonna get somebody fucking hurt. Himself, or the two Texans fucking collided. They could have been injured. They could have had a concussion. It's too risky. It's too risky. He was back there. He was fucking dancing around. He sees them coming. He fucking drops. They hit, but they touched him, and now it's 15 yards, drive extends, touchdown. It's just not the same. It's chicken shit. And trust me, if it was CJ Stroud, I'd say the same fucking thing. It really is. Yeah, don't. I agree with Tony. Don't give in, Spoon. Fuck me. Counter argue. Spoon said, okay. I give in. You're right. Fuck. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not take that. Fuck you. No. Skiggity said broccoli haired asshole. No, Skiggity. We will not name call. I mean, a little. Maybe a little. Okay, a lot. Absolutely not, Spoon. I will not take that from you. Sir, you are in law enforcement. You will stand your ground. You will castle law the shit out of my argument. You will stand your ground and fire back. I just happen to have a microphone, so it's easier for me to argue because I don't have to type. Fire back, Spoon. I'll give you time. Skiggity said the refs will call penalties towards Mahomes where they won't call it towards others. Lamar Jackson was tackled 10 yards out of bounds last night. That would have been a flag for Mahomes. Exactly. And it's the same that they did with Brady. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. And look, I get it. I understand. You have to protect your stars. No one wants to watch. I don't even know who the fuck the backup is in Kansas City. That tells you right there. No one wants to watch them play. You know what I mean? We had to watch fucking Cooper Rush play for the Cowboys because Dak got hurt. No one wants that. Hell, no one barely wants to watch Dak. And that's Cowboy fans. That's true. Jared said Mahomes gets tackled inbounds and it's a flag. No shit. Carson Wentz. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, the defense rests. No one wants to watch Carson Wentz play. Alex said Mills Mafia stand up. God forbid CJ Stroud get hurt and we got to watch Davis Mills. I swear to God, I'll jump ship. I'll jump ship and become a Bills fan right now. And then I'll get timed out in the chat because I don't allow people to have two teams to root for. Be like, you're timed out, Barry. You can't time me out of my own show. Bullshit. The fuck was that? Spoon said, then fucking tackle his ass and he won't do it again. Well, I mean, look. I don't disagree, right? Mark said, bro, you became a Chiefs fan 4 years ago. Yeah, for like 5 weeks. It was about 9 weeks. No, it was longer than that. I was a lifelong Chiefs fan for like a year. Don't give me no guff. I had to do what I had to do to get the Texans to get their shit together. Listen. You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes tough love works, Mark. Sometimes you have to let your team know that you're not going to stand for this. And if they don't get their shit together, you will find a new team. And at the time, Mark, they weren't winning when I chose the Chiefs. And if you'll recall on that particular radio show, when I did it, it was process of elimination. I was like, I can't be a fan of these teams because they suck. And I can't be a fan of this team because they're good, but they're da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da-da. And the way I narrowed it down to the Chiefs is they weren't winning and they weren't this and they weren't that. So fuck it, I'll go with the Chiefs. And literally the next year, they just started being the Chiefs that we know. It's not my fault I picked a winner before they were winners. I mean, maybe they were winning a little bit, but it was like, yeah, I was picking teams in the playoffs or some shit like that. But we did it by process of elimination. It wasn't like I was like, who won the Super Bowl? That's my new team. That's not what I did. It was process of elimination. Uriel said, not a Texans fan, but come on, refs in the NFL. Thank you, voice of reason. Thank you. Honestly, if you... It's like I'm not a... I mean, you could watch a Patriots game if they weren't playing your team and see what they were doing for Tom Brady. And now you can watch a Chiefs game and see what they're doing for Patrick Mahomes. And it is now affecting playoff games. It's I don't know. And again, I will say, if you take the 10 points off the board, the Texans still don't win that game. But they have a much better chance. And maybe it changes the flow of the offense or the play calling or whatever. But I broke it down for you already. So I don't want people to think that I'm on here saying the Texans win that game. Because remember, that's not 14, that's 12. Those 2 points were gifted. So really, the Texans beat the refs, but they didn't beat the Chiefs. Okay? The Chiefs won that game 13-12, not 23-14. So don't think that I'm on here telling you that the Texans still win that game. They still missed a field goal. They still missed an extra point. But it's much closer than it was. So I don't want people to say that, oh, they win that game. No, they don't. They don't. But I think maybe that game is played a lot different. Heartthrob Rob! Sure. Thank you for the 200 biddies. By the way, we had a hype train. I was all into it and yelling at people on YouTube. Fucking Chiefs fan coming in, talking shit that I had to scold. Thank you guys for the hype train. It was level 1 hype train achieved an hour ago. We got to, level 2, 1%, 2 subs and 617 bits. Amos! Holy shit! Amos did it and I missed it. Son of a bitch. Oh my God. Amos, you did it. It says right there, 1 hour ago. Holy fuck shit. Amos figured out Prime subs, you guys. Oh my God. Macaulay Culkin moment. Amos has been trying to figure out how to use the Prime sub for goddamn near since we've been on Twitch. Well done, Amos. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. That's 21 months now. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks to Brady, 1855 for the follow. CC, thank you for the 11 bits. I think I got that already. Thank you to Joe Bro for the 303 biddies and the choo-choo bitches. Let's all have a nip of antifreeze. Goddamn, I didn't even see that. My bad. Puddinhead followed. I missed that. Heartthrob! Thank you for the 200 biddies. He said, afternoon fam, snow on the ground. Me and the kid both have the flu, but I'm here. Kind of. Well, fuck, that sucks. That sucks, dude. Joe Bro! Thank you for the 303 bits. He said, choo choo. Drink up. Yeah, I do owe you. I owe you. Let me get my shit. Fairbairn peed down his leg, bro. What's wild is that Fairbairn had become, for the most of the regular season, Fairbairn had become uber reliable. Almost like, who is this guy and where did he come from? And then the last 2 or 3 weeks, it was like, oh, there he is. That's the Fairbairn I remember. And look, I don't envy anybody that has to kick in the cold. It's got to be like kicking a rock. I mean, that's got to suck, but goddamn. That first one wasn't the fucking extra point. That one hurt. That one would have tied it. And that one hurt. Oh man, it's the Isles that need the barefooters to return, right? Could you imagine doing that back in the day? Damn, Alex at this place already has a closed sign for tomorrow. That's crazy, dude. Amos said it only took me 3 years, but I finally figured out Prime subs. Perry said D'Amico screwed him though. 55 into the wind, just punt and play D. Yeah. But you know what, Perry? I think that's a conversation that you have though. So I don't think that's on Fairbairn, to be honest with you. I don't think that's a Fairbairn. I don't think that's on D'Amico. Alex agreed with you. No, I don't think that's true. I think that as a head coach, you go to your kicker and you go to your special teams coordinator and you say, all right, it's cold, it's windy on that side of the field. What's your range? What are you comfortable making from? Because they go out and they warm up and they kick. And you say, where are you comfortable at on that side? I could probably make it from 55. Okay, what about this side? 60. All right. If we get in that situation, I'm going to put you in there. Okay. So you've got to be honest and say, that side of the field, coach, maybe 45. Okay. Well, if we get outside of 45, I'm punting. And probably best, coach. So you've got to be honest too. They have to be honest as well. That's on them, I think. I don't think you can pin that on D'Amico. I might be wrong, but I think that's 100% on Fairbairn and the special teams coach. Yeah, and I'm with you, Perry. Pin them back. Defense played great. That's why and they said it on the broadcast that D'Amico went for it on fourth down because trust your defense. Yeah, I'll go for it. Fuck them. Oh shit, that's a good question, Jared. Let me grab my shot glass and I'll answer that. Hold on. Let me get my shot glass. Hold on, people. Whew. God damn, that's taking forever to print. Man, I don't want to do Fireball. What are we shooting today? This is not a shooting whiskey. No, that's not a shooting whiskey. I kind of want to sip on something. We're not going to shoot. We're not going to shoot. We're going to sip. What up, boys? We are going to drink. But I don't feel like doing a shot. So what we're going to drink is, my sister-in-law bought me this. It's really good. I had never heard of it before. Hey, John Dorier, love you, buddy. You stay warm and stay safe, man. By the way, heads up, probably no show tomorrow. I know everybody's going to be trapped in the house and bored. But that includes my wife. And since she's taking the day off tomorrow, so is your boy. I figured if everybody else is going to play hooky from work, so am I. Okay? No show tomorrow. But this is what I'll be drinking. So we're going to drink some New Riff single barrel. It's barrel proof. 115.7 proof. Yeah. So, this is what we're drinking. It's really good. And, oh man, Seattle said, damn, I'm still working for a couple hours. Here's what we're drinking out of. This glass was given to me by Heartthrob. So we're drinking out of my prescription whiskey glass. This is by Dr. Throb. It says prescription whiskey. Patient name, Barry. You see that right there? Patient name, Barry. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. Shit. But it says prescription whiskey, patient name, Barry. Dose, drink 1 measure daily. If issues persist, double dosage. I'm not even drunk yet. Until symptoms subside. So that's the prescription. So there you go. Thank you to Heartthrob Rob. My boy Philip Bernard. So yeah, that's what we're drinking. And since I'm a man, we're just going whiskey neat, fellas and ladies. That's what we're doing. So cheers, everybody. Thank y'all for the hype train. We had a level 1 hype train. I didn't even fire off the little hype train thing. And I did even have the hat. Hey, what up, Christian? Good to see you, man. Dr. Throb in the building. So, salud to you guys. Thank you all for the hype train, man. Much love to you. We ended up at, where'd it go? Where did it go? Christian said, why a little? Because you don't pour a full glass whiskey neat. You pour this and you drink it and then you pour some more. This is how you drink whiskey neat. It should be in a Glencairn, but I'm drinking it out of this. Okay? Cheers, everybody. Solid. Yes, sir. Yeah, you don't shoot this kind of whiskey. This is the kind of whiskey you sip. This is sipping whiskey. Yeah, there's some whiskeys you shoot. Jack Daniels, maybe. Fireball, Jameson. And then there's whiskeys you sip. And this is a whiskey you sip. Yes, it is strong. 115 proof. Yes, it's got a little, it's got some kick to it. What does it say? No, that was perfect for you. It was perfect. Who does a snow angel first, Barry or Nora? Probably Spencer against his will. It ain't gonna be Nora. My Mexican wife hates the cold. Are you shitting me? She ain't going out in that fucking cold. She'll be like, babe, go do a snow angel for me. That's not how that works, woman. That's not how that works at all. You got to do your own damn snow angels. Crazy. Joe Bro said Dr. Throb is my is a great porn name. That should be your porn name. That's going to be my new OnlyFans account, Dr. Throb. Damn, PB Dub said I still have 2 unopened bottles of BOD whiskey. That whole top row, all Prideful Goatberry on decks. Right there. Plus, I have a bottle at the bar. Yep, in my other bar. I drink my whiskey out of a BOD coffee cup. Don't judge me. You mean like this one? I mean, I have pins in mine right now, but I have 2. First video title, Throb on my knob. Okay, I'm done. Oh my God. I worked with a comic this weekend. I opened for her. I did 3 shows at the Sam Houston Race Park. And her name is Lace Larrabee. She's fucking hilarious. She was on America's Got Talent. And she's the White Trash Cinderella was her album name. She's fucking hilarious. So if you watch America's Got Talent, then you might know who she is. I forget what season it was. What season was Lace Larrabee? Let's see. Lace Larrabee AGT 2022. So it was 2 years ago when she was on America's Got Talent. But she was on there for a while. Season 17. She was eliminated in the semifinals. But she ended up like doing a residency in Vegas with them. And but she was great. And she had this bit that she did. She was like, she started talking about titles of shit that was on the hotel, like pay-per-view. God, I don't even want to do it because I won't do it justice, but Throb on My Knob, she was like, let's play a game, because it was at Sam Houston Race Park. She goes, let's play a game. She said, last night I saw these names of movies I could watch on pay-per-view in the hotel. She goes, we also came to the track and they taught us how to bet. And she says, some of the names of the horses were hilarious. So let's play a game. Is it a porn movie or a racehorse? It was fucking hilarious. It was so great. Yeah, and she kept doing it like all night, and she would call back to it. She was great. She was fucking awesome. So, highly recommend if you get to go see Lace Larrabee live, go do it. Throb on My Cob is porn in Nebraska. That's hilarious. Couple questions. Barry, do you have a train set? No, I did as a kid, but I don't now. So no. And I saw there was a question earlier. Asked me anything about anything. Yeah, I missed Jenny's mom segment. She never showed up. She never showed up. But I did see, ask me anything about anything. Is this the first time both airports have been shut down in the entire day? In the history of ever, has Houston ever shut down both airports for an entire day? So asked another way, has there ever been a time in this city's history? Yes. 9/11. I'm a genius. I told you I'm the smartest person I know. Ask me anything about anything, and I will answer it because I am the smartest person I know. Delicious. Jared, they shut down Ellington Field as well? Damn. That's crazy. Spoon said, damn, is that the first time Jenny's mom has deserted you, Barry? Probably. Porn or racehorse? Total Dallas gargles on Dak. Oh, racehorse. Let's see. So, that answers that question, Jared. Next question. How does what make me feel? How does this whiskey make me feel? Makes me feel warm. Very warm. All right, let's talk college football national championship, because we got about 15 minutes left in the show. Big game tonight. Ohio State is favored by 9. One in the chat if you think Ohio State is going to win. 5 in the chat if you think Notre Dame is going to win. 1 in the chat if you've got Ohio State. 5 in the chat if you've got Notre Dame. Where's my 1s? Where's my 5s? 1 in the chat for Ohio State. 5 in the chat for Notre Dame. I just saw your note, Mina, or your message. That's funny. Where's Fat Randy when you need him? No shit. Well, we're not to the covers yet, Spoon. One at a time, Spoon. Silly Spoon. Dubs, fuck them both is not an answer or an option. I mean, it is an option, I guess. But I know who Shaka's rooting for. Definitely Notre Dame. Well, no train set ruins the new segment idea. Hit level 5 hype train. Use a Nerf gun to shoot liquor targets off the moving train. Oh. Nice. That would have been dope. Like in the background. Bro, that would be so fucking cool. Oh my God, Jared, wouldn't that be fucking dope if I had a small little train back there, and it just went across the whole thing when a hype train kicked off, and it would just be like boop boop, and it just went through the back or like across the top. That would be fucking dope. Joe Bro's at 1. I love Jen. Dislike Notre Dame. 3.5. Can't both teams lose? Houston 620 was a world record. What? Houston 620. What was that? What is Houston 620? Jesus said 0, don't care. Not a choice. Not a choice. Pick one, sir. You have to pick one. Vote or die, Jesus. And you've already done that once and came back, Jesus. So don't do it again. Pick a damn vote. Vote. Pick a side. She was a great actor. I don't know what this means. What are we talking? Are you in the wrong chat, B. Hannon? What are you talking about? AJB's got a 5. Titan Hugo has a 5. What am I doing here? Chrome resize. Yeah, Mark said, the fuck are you talking about, B. Hannon? He's over here texting instead of chatting. Let's see. Show graphics. Yeah, here we go. All right. This line opened at Ohio State favored by 9. Cisco said you could probably get a train with a conductor from Minute Maid. Fuck him. Ohio State opened at 9.5 point favorites. It's now down to 9. Matchup predictor on ESPN has Ohio State says that Ohio State has a 55.3% chance of winning. So Mimi has Ohio State. Jesus finally picked Flipper Flopper. He picks Ohio State. Joe Pro picked Ohio State. Cisco picked Notre Dame, as did Titan Hugo over on the tubes. Uriel picked Notre Dame. Spoon said that was the cover. AJB picked Notre Dame. Terrence picked Notre Dame. What's up, T? Hope you're doing well. Tyler picked Ohio State. Dr. Throb picked Notre Dame. Skiggity! Well, Skiggity picked Ohio State. Spoon did as well. Spoon picked Ohio State. And Mark G picked Ohio State. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any more? One in the chat if you think Ohio State's going to win. If you haven't voted already. One in the chat. Oh, you stupid ass pin. One in the chat. Going once. Going twice. One in the chat if you've got Ohio State. 5 in the chat if you have Notre Dame. And Notre Dame had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll be goddamn. It's a straight up tie. It's a straight up ass tie. Keith made it a tie. 7-7. 7 votes for Ohio State, 7 votes for Notre Dame. I'll be a son of a gun. Look, these teams, the way they match up, I think Notre Dame comes in. First of all, they both, and I really won't say Ohio State did the unthinkable. Because Ohio State was highly ranked. They shouldn't have been an 8 seed in the playoffs. They just should not have been. It's just the way that the playoffs were seeded. And really, Notre Dame probably shouldn't have been a 7 seed. Mark said, I think B. Hannon was in the wrong chat. I Googled Houston 620, and it's apparently the world's biggest gangbang. Goddamn, B. Hannon got busted. I love that he's like, she was a great actor. We got to screenshot this chat. He said, not wrong chat. I thought it was a horse name. That's hilarious, B. Hannon. Oh, holy fuck. That's hilarious. Oh, I get it now. Houston 620. World record. That's so funny, dude. We're all like, what the fuck is B. Hannon talking about? Now I get it. Oh, God, that's so funny. Too funny. All right, well, I guess I have to break the tie. Uriel said you break the tie. God damn, it's gonna be 23 in Georgia. Let's look at some things. Let's actually break this down a little, all right? When we look at the two, let's look at as a team. And here's how sometimes we'll go about looking at teams before I make decisions. I do this on the radio. I do it for this show when I show prep. This is sometimes what I'll do, right? So we'll look at Ohio State. Scoring 37 a game, 561 yards total offense. About what's passing yards per game? 265 yards through the air. 163 yards on the ground. Okay. Doesn't show defensively though. That's all right. And then Notre Dame, 38 points a game. So they're both scoring about 38 a game. Notre Dame, 194 yards through the air, 210 yards on the ground. Now, it doesn't show defense. Notre Dame, time of possession, about 30 minutes, 30-20. Ohio State, 30-10. Turnover ratio, Ohio State's a +5. Whew. Notre Dame's a +17. Look at Joe Pro. Laminator 5000 on the fly. Brain is mightier than the machine. We're about to find out. Turnover ratio is a +17. Fumbles, losses, 12-7. 14-4. Average penalties per game, 39 to 52. So, let's see. I'd like to see the defense. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I pull this out and stretch it. Can I get the defensive stats as well? I guess not. I'd like to see what they're giving up also. It's not going to show me. I would be interested to see defensively. Yeah, it doesn't say. Total points, total touchdowns. Yeah, it won't say what they're giving up. Because that would be important too. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Stats, team. Okay, this will work. This will work. Look at that. Defensive leaders. All conferences, 2024. Notre Dame and Ohio State. Ohio State was points allowed. Now this, I don't think this was all conferences 2024. Yeah, so this wasn't playoffs, no. Okay. So Ohio State was allowing 12 points a game. Notre Dame was allowing 14. They're both stingy. You can see rushing yards per game. Ohio State's giving up 90. Notre Dame 133. Both giving up about 165, which was what I was looking for. Offensively, points per game. Notre Dame scoring about 37. Ohio State about 35. Okay. So, two really prolific offenses, two really stingy defenses. Notre Dame scoring about, point and a half more? About a point more per game. And giving up 2 points less. But what you have to look at, too, is competition. Who did they play? Who had the tougher schedule? I mean, Notre Dame, their one loss was at Northern Illinois. But they really didn't have to play the Big Ten schedule that Ohio State did. Ohio State had to play Oregon, Penn State. They had to play Indiana, which I wouldn't have told you was a big deal until later. And a lot of people, and I said this at the beginning of the season, but that Michigan game is still a rivalry game, and that's tough. That's a tough game, even though it's Michigan at their worst. And I know that they had the two losses. That Oregon loss, you kind of understand. And honestly, this is why I wasn't surprised they beat Oregon, because they could have and maybe should have won that game if old buddy just slides a little sooner. Jared, let me pull this out and stretch it. Story of my life. So I think, and this goes back to what I've been saying this whole playoffs. Who's been tested? This is why I didn't believe in Penn State. And I told y'all that going into that game. Penn State has not been tested. I don't believe in this team. Guys, Notre Dame has really not been tested. Now, they played A&M early. I mean, Louisville was ranked and Navy was ranked, but Navy was not going to. Navy was Navy. Louisville, I mean, this is good. Now, granted, once they got to the playoffs, that's when Notre Dame got tested. And that's really the difference. Because once Penn State got to the playoffs, that's when they got tested and they failed. But so far, once Notre Dame gets to the playoffs, they really got tested. And they have passed so far with flying colors. Indiana is good. Not great, but good. Georgia is great. Penn State was good, not great, but it's Penn State better than Indiana, but they're not Georgia. And they're not Ohio State. So I think there's somewhere in between, right? Ohio State, though, look at what Ohio State has done this year. They lost a close one to Oregon, and they probably should have won it. And then they beat Penn State. They've beaten Indiana. They lost the rivalry game to Michigan. I get that. But then they bounced back and beat Tennessee, and I mean fucking trounced them. They beat Oregon, and I mean fucking trounced them. And they beat Texas, and that one wasn't close. Didn't trounce them, but they beat them. So when you look at all that, and then you look at statistically what these teams have done, and this is how I arrive at conclusions. All the numbers are equal. That means, we're talking literally like a point off, right? What does that say? If the level of competition is not the same, if Ohio State is playing a harder schedule against harder teams and putting up the same numbers, it tells you that they're probably the better team. It tells me that. It means if Notre Dame was playing that same schedule, they probably aren't putting up those same numbers. Now, what does that mean head to head? I don't know. But I feel like if Ohio State were to play Notre Dame's schedule and Notre Dame were to play Ohio State's schedule, their numbers probably are not the same. Ohio State's numbers would be better and Notre Dame's numbers would dip. And I think because of that, and because of the fact that Ohio State has played so many good teams already, I think I got to roll with Ohio State. So, that's my choice. I'll put my one in the chat. I break the tie. The hell? I break the tie. One in the chat. I'm going Ohio State. And what's weird is if I hadn't have broken it down, if I had just picked, who do I like? Who do I think? With just eye test or watching or whatever, I might have and probably would have gone Notre Dame. They just felt like they have momentum. They're just something about the team, and I don't know. They have Jesus on their side. And I'm not talking about Jesus in the chat. Actual Jesus. How do you beat that? I know what a fighting Irishman is. What the fuck is a Buckeye? Huh? If we're just doing mascots. A Buckeye? A deer's eye versus a drunk Irishman? Come on. That's not close either. And they have Jesus on their side. I probably would have picked Notre Dame. But when the stats come into play, Joe Burrow said, I love Jesus, but fuck that leprechaun. Yeah, leprechaun's creepy. Like, bro, what the fuck is that? What the fuck are you doing, bro? What is that? Why you gotta look like that? Cisco said you're just saying that because Jen isn't here. Huh? No. I picked Ohio State and she's not here. I'm not saying that. Buckeye is a hairless, fruitless nut. What'd you call me? I do think this game will be close. I do think that. I do think this will be a good game. I think final score. I'm gonna say 27-24. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm going to go 27-24 Ohio State. Last second field goal. Or late field goal. You know what I mean? Last late drive or whatever. Skiggity! Did we ever figure out what the winners of fantasy football get asking for a friend? Yes. You get $100 or you get $100 total. You get $50 cash and a $50 Amazon gift card. So I need all the winners' Venmo and email, so I can get your Amazon gift card to you and Venmo you your cash. That's what I need, and I will get those to you. Yep. And then the Pick'em contest stuff, that is done. Jen has all that money, so I'm gonna have to get with Jen and get that to you. So that'll get done that way. What does fourth place get? Actually, I do have something, believe it or not, for fourth place, Spoon. It's actually in this bag right here. It's right there. That's what. I hope you like it. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Skiggity. We'll get you paid, I promise. I'm always slow on this shit. I'm always slow on the pay. Ask everybody. They're like, you'll get it, I promise. I just fucking get busy. But I promise you'll get paid. You just gotta pester me. Jen has to pester me, and she's not here, which fucking sucks. So, yeah, one size fits most, Spoon. All right, that's it. That's a show, goddammit. Let's get it. Everybody, stay warm, goddammit. Again, no show tomorrow. Ain't doing it. Joe Pro, do you need somewhere to go, buddy? I mean, it's going to be bone-chillingly cold. I have an escrow to compound interest. Yeah, I'm compounding interest on the $400. Fuck yeah, I'm making that 2.5 cents. Goddamn right I am. No show tomorrow. Be back on Wednesday. So y'all, please, for the love of God, I know we'll do it on Wednesday. Dubs, we'll do a private hour on Wednesday again. And I know I say this after every show. Joe Pro said, "No, I'm good. I'm gonna set my feet on fire until my balls warm up." Jesus Christ, Joe Pro, I'm serious. Do I need to find you a warm location? Because I will. But I say this after every show. I say, and I'm going to say it again, be safe. And I really mean that. And I certainly mean it in times like this. Folks, it's cold. And it's getting colder. And it's going to be icy here in the south and snowing. And I need all you guys safe and well. So I just want to say, man, wherever you are, wherever you may be there and don't get out. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday, alive and well. Okay. Hey, oh man, Seattle, appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for being here, man, as always. And we will see you on Wednesday, homie. Mark, appreciate you, man. Walt, love you, buddy. Love you, CC. Stay warm, sweet thing. I got you, Joe Pro. Much love, man. But I'm dead ass if you need it. -2 in Wichita. God dang. Stay warm, Spoon. But I mean it, guys. Everybody be careful out there. Be safe and be kind. And most importantly, do love each other. Look out for each other. And if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. And if I can help you, I will help you. I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye, everybody. Daddy's making a YouTube video!